So today I'm going to build something in the Mesa biome. I found this really beautiful spot. This is the painted mountain biome. Looks really cool, doesn't it? And I made this little, monolith to mark my territory. I've got the painted mountain entertainment complex coming soon. So I want to build like a movie theater, a railway station, maybe like a public pool, just like a giant rustic western mall. I think that'd be really cool. So let's get started, huh? Let's get some wooden planks. I'm feeling like, like I said, a rustic western vibe. So lots of orange, lots of tan colors. Like I said, I want this to be like a mall, like a lot of American malls have a bunch of random shops and things around, but I want this to be rustic and have like a western twist on that. I thought it would be kind of interesting to suspend the railway bridge across this massive, not that massive, but bit of a gap in between these two peaks here. And they'll have some big pillars supporting it, and they'll have like a marketplace underneath. I think that would be cool. This is going to be a really massive project, dude. I mean, I might be getting a little bit biting off more than I can chew here, but I have some big ambitions. I want this to be like a big party spot, because I am on the flowstate, so obviously whenever I'm done, I do want people to come here and like party. And like I was thinking we could have a movie theater or like a stage concert venue, and then people could do like a talent show or perform. Or like it's this one guy, you might have seen him in the previous video, Skyfire. It's one of our players, and he likes to play the harmonica, so maybe he can come up on stage and play a little tune for us. Alright, so I want this to be like a really grand railway station, so I'll have some planks here for the rails to be on. Like, I don't want it to just be like a single track like that. I want it to be like massive tracks, and we could even build like a rail car on top of it. Maybe even get some diagonal action going on. That'd be cool. Really just throwing together a loose idea here. This does not have to be final. Alright, that's a cool shape. Like, I almost want this to be like a blend between like a rustic western thing, but also like a cyberpunk thing, where like not in the metal futuristic sense, but kind of how if you've played Cyberpunk 2077, there's lots of buildings that are built on top of buildings, right? So I want this to be like, we've got a building up here, and then when you're down on this level in the marketplace, you're like looking up at these massive buildings overhanging everything that's kind of like stacked on top of each other, I think that'd be a really cool way to design the architecture here. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good shape so far. I want it to be fairly unique, not just like a square rail hub, but yeah, that's pretty good. Now, I am thinking that the railway, just functionally speaking for the players, it should be like a loop around the map, because that way is from spawn, right? So maybe they're coming in from this direction on this rail, and then if they're coming around this mountain range, looping back around towards spawn, they would come back on a different rail, like this way, right? So it's like a two-way rail track. By the way, we got a sponsor today. Big thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now look, you guys know that I like to share tidbits of knowledge on occasion, life lessons, level-headed takes, but sometimes you need more than that. You need a different perspective that actively listens to you so that you may better understand yourself. That's where BetterHelp comes in. They offer an online alternative to therapy where you can be connected with a licensed therapist who can give you helpful, unbiased advice. And because it's online, it's much more accessible than traditional therapy. Dealing with finding an office, commuting there, paperwork. Logistically, it can be exhausting. Therapy can be much more seamless when done online with BetterHelp. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire on their website, and then you will be matched with a professional that is suited for your needs, usually within 48 hours. You can talk to your therapist on a phone call, video chat, even texting, whatever you prefer or is most convenient. And if you don't vibe with your therapist, you can always switch to a new one at no additional cost to you. So if that sounds good to you, check out my link in the description, which is betterhelp.com/flowstate, and you can get a discount on your first month of therapy. Thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Alright, so there's the rails. This is a shell of a building if I've ever seen one, but that's the idea, right? So this will be one way coming in, and then this will be one way coming out. Alright, now let's start thinking about more of the structure, right? Like get an actual feeling for what this will look like. Like, I want this to be a semi hangout spot, for people to hang out, but I do want it to still be functional. Alright, so there's a little platform you could hang out, like maybe a balcony looking over the valley. That's nice. One thing that I was thinking about that's kind of like a funny little, not drama, but just something I wanted to dispel is some people they'll comment like, oh, it's not actually building with no plan because he's telling us his plan in the first 10 seconds of the video. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not 100% unplanned. I do have a loose idea, but it's like 99% of the build is unplanned. Like, I don't know where this is going to end up. I don't know what this is going to look like at the end. It's just going with the flow, right? So chill out, all right? Doesn't have to be 100% literal. It's exactly like when you draw. You know, you draw a picture and it's like, man, I kind of think I know what I want to draw, but not really. I don't know where this line is going to connect, and you just kind of see where it takes you. That's really the philosophy behind this series. Okay, so we got a little spiral. I think scaffolding would look fantastic, and walls and fences in here. I really want to take a page out of B00's book with this kind of build where it's really messy and loose and grimy, but, you know, it eventually will turn into something really cool. I think trapdoors would also serve me well on this kind of thing. Throw them around here and there. Alright, that's coming together. It's really quite messy looking and kind of industrial almost, but that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. More of that up here. One thing is I do want to lay in a bit of an idea for the pathways. I think coarse dirt would look great. Just kind of spread this around. I'll do this later, but just to get a sense, like I think that would look really great for the marketplace down here, a bunch of stalls and shops and all that. So I'll do that later. So I extended this platform while I was talking, but I almost want this to come down a little bit. Like I almost want to have like a, like you know how in New York they have those railways that go above the streets, kind of? Like I want the platform to come down a little bit. Yeah, so that way you're like walking on this level down here, but it's, you know, being up there supported by beams or something. And that way it's just kind of like a little bit of height elevation. That's what I'm getting at, really. It really is a funky build, man. Like every single video I do, you know, ideally is different and you're getting out of your comfort zone, but I feel like this one especially, it's just like, what the hell is this thing going to turn into? I don't know, but I'm here for it. I am thinking of having, you know, I might as well start thinking about this now, is the roof, right? I'm thinking about having a slanted roof with, I don't know, would brick be too similar in color? It might be. Red nether brick, that could be cool. But the idea is that I want it to be like a slab Parthenon roof that's kind of slanted like this, you know, and it comes up like that. Yeah, dude, a nether brick, that's a good pop of color. Maybe I'll start with a nether brick trim, because I think that looks the best so far for sure. Let me get some more support beams in here actually before I start doing this entire thing. You know, just to make sure that there's light underneath here, maybe I'll get some trapdoors as well. Like how I do this sometimes, and I throw this around haphazardly just to get some light down there. So I don't want monsters to spawn down there, obviously. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it just, you know, adds a little bit of light coming into these blocks, which makes it less likely for monsters to spawn. What are you doing, pal? Oh, there's a whole raid party down here. What are you guys doing? Alright, that is a weird roof, dude. What on earth did I make? I'm also feeling like it could be nice to get a splash of green in here. I know it wouldn't make sense in the desert, but like moss or grass growing on the roof. I'll see what I can do. Alright, well there's the roof. That's okay. It's really, really weird, but I kind of like it. I like the slanted canopy. It's kind of cozy underneath here. Yeah, it's good. I want to start getting a little bit more detail going on because it's still very much a loose frame here. Get some walls in here or something. It's coming together. I just need a lot of detail. I can tell that this is the kind of build that it's about the shape at the end of the day. Like you want to have the shape look good, but it's also really going to benefit from all these little nooks and crannies and details and fences and trapdoors, right? Maybe we could have some little secret ladders. Maybe this is like one of those, like the rafters you can walk across to do maintenance. Because I said in a previous video that one of my favorite things to do is have alternate entrances to the same thing, right? So you could take this ladder all the way down from these beams and kind of like, I don't know, parkour a little bit to get over here. Just really cool to have that option in your build. Because like you could take this staircase and that could be the main way to get up and down, but this is also a really cool way to do it. Now, maybe I should start adding some details into the main terminal, right? So, like, what would we expect? Like, what is this floor for, right? Like, why is this here? Well, you know, maybe this is a place of, like, traveling merchants and places for people to sell their wares. Like, they're on the railway and they stop here to trade. So, maybe we could have some stalls up here. And then we could put some barrels back in here, and then, yeah, just like a little market stall here and there. Maybe I could actually make this double as a villager outpost, like different professions and whatnot. That could incentivize people to come out here. You know, I haven't done any lore in a little bit with villagers. I always do Clarence and Terrence for the names, but kind of feeling Doug today. They always become fishermen. I don't know why. Yeah, well, that's adding a lot, isn't it? That's adding a lot of life. I like that. I'm still feeling like I want a bit of color, though. I don't know if that would look weird, but glowberries and just some plants of some sort, like acacia leaves or mangrove leaves, like that would look really, really nice, I feel like. The mangrove was ugly, though. Get that out of here. Like, I'm kind of going for that desert oasis look, you know? Yeah, that's adding some nice color. All right, I'll leave that section for now. It's a good amount of detail. Let me work on this. I kind of want this to overhang a bit. I don't think I want pillars underneath this one. Maybe this roof could come down a little bit. Like this. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Look how it's coming out like that. Maybe this could be more of like a gathering spot for to hang out, get some chairs. Yeah, there we go. Just something simple. Nothing too crazy there. I feel like this area is a little bit too boring. I want to have some color somehow. I don't know if dirt is the answer, but I mean, dirt could make sense because people are like trudging in dirt from their travels or something. Maybe I could get some mud as well. Alright, and I said I wanted this to overhang a bit. Kind of coming up like that. Maybe we have some stairs to support it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just a little bit of arch support. It's not bad. Maybe I could start working, while I'm on the topic of that, the beams that support the actual structure. Because it is still kind of flimsy looking. Like, it doesn't look that structurally sound. I think what would help is if I replace some of these logs with this kind of design, where you put fences and walls in there. That way it just breaks up the texture a bit, you know? Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I actually like that a lot. I say that, I know I say that all the time, but like I like that a lot, but I really do like that little design there. Yeah, I mean, again, dude, look how messy I'm being. I'm just like, let me just throw them around wherever, these trapdoors. And then when you zoom out, it's like, oh wow, that texture, that detail looks pretty nice, right? Like, don't be so concerned about where the blocks are going. Just throw them down and adjust as needed. Like, I'm not counting this at all. I'm just throwing it wherever I please, and yeah, like, looks good, doesn't it? I think it would also help if I had a couple of mini arches like this, where it's kind of like supporting it like that. It's not all just like these straight up and down pillars like this, and so it's kind of like an arch, but not really, you know? Yeah, I like that. I'm wondering what to do with this little side pocket that I've built here. Like, it's not really doing much, but I mean, I can find a way to use it. I just need to get some support slabs. I could bring it out so that it covers the area that I've built. Although, wait, hold on. No, I'm trying to remember what I did. I intentionally made this staircase right here to go down. That's what this was going to be. There was going to be a platform underneath all this. Yeah, like, can't even keep track of all my ideas. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So then maybe this could just be like a covered canopy of sorts? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird how I did this, but now I feel like structurally that's most of it, honestly. Like, I still have to do this giant bridge out this way. I was thinking, though, it could be nice to have another smaller building sandwiched on top of this thing to act like a mini tavern. Because I don't like how this roof is so flat. Like, I do want to have a little bit more going on up here. Like that big, maybe, or... Alright, there we go. Yeah, I like how that's just breaking up the shape a bit, you know? Maybe, where can we have a staircase in here? Maybe just like right here. That would probably be fine. Although if I do it, yeah, if I do it right here, then I can't do the trapdoors on the stair blocks. Well, I could just do it like this. I could come down by one block. Yeah, that's fine. You can always have a workaround somehow. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now, I was thinking, for the name, this is going to be a tavern. I was thinking Doug's Dive Bar. I think that would be perfect. Yeah, there we go. Doug's Dive Bar. I like that. Now, I gotta make the walls. I was kind of feeling like to make the walls pop, we could use deep slate. Because it's all very samey looking right now. Alright, so this is not a huge area to work with, but that's fine. We can partition this up a little bit. I mean, if this is a dive bar, it's gotta be pretty trashy in here. Not a very nice bar. Alright, so I'm gonna get a bunch of tables around here. Really fill this place up. Here, maybe I'll leave a couple holes in the wall like that, so you can kind of like peek through. You know, that's cool. I'm not really sure what this would be for. Like, I guess just a smaller eating spot down here? I don't know. We need the actual bar area, which I guess could be right here. Alright, we'll put the menu up here with some potions of fire resistance. I'm not really sure what's going to go back here. Maybe the world's most uneven dance floor. How about that? Yeah, I mean, it's not the best room I've ever made, but I think that'll do. So, yeah, I think this is Doug's Dive Bar. That's pretty good, isn't it? I can't wait to see some players up in here and just hanging out. Alright, well, barring a few other details I might add off camera, I'd say that's a pretty finished railway hub. This looks cool, dude. Like, it's exactly what I was envisioning in my mind, and I'm glad that it came to fruition like that. Obviously, I'm still going to do the marketplace down there and the bridge out that way, but I think next we'll turn on to maybe the movie theater over here, alright? So I want to continue the theme of it being raised up like that for the movie theater, so I guess I'll start with some really thick pillars at the bottom, and we'll just try to create like a raised platform. It's a little bit small, I feel like, for movie theater, but maybe if I extend it back this way, it'll be fine. If it's raised up, there's going to be like a little courtyard down here, and then we're going to want a staircase up. So maybe like right here. Alright, that'll do. So then this is going to be like a platform where we could maybe have like the ticket booth area where you buy your ticket for the movie. I mean, this is going to double as more like a theater of sorts. Like, it doesn't have to all be movies. Because, you know, realistically, there's not really a good way to do that in Minecraft with, like, paintings on walls, maybe, to illustrate, like, a movie, but it could be like a talent show stage, or like a big entertainment stage kind of thing. So maybe we have, like, 2 ticket booths right here, and then this could be, like, a balcony up to, like, a viewing deck. You can look over at the rail hub. Yeah, that looks decent. You can get a nice view of the rail hub. Maybe this could be like a side entrance right here. I feel like this type of build really suits my build style, where everything is so janky. I mean, look at this railing. Like, from the distance, it looks pretty decent, but when you get up close, it's like, what a mess. That's just kind of how I build. I keep running out of inventory space, man. I gotta really learn how you do the hotbar thing, where you can switch to a new hotbar that's loaded up, because I'm constantly like trying to find a new block to use, and I'm running out of space because there's only 9 slots on the hotbar, and it's just a pain. So these are the ticket booths. I guess a villager can operate them. So it'll be kind of like a little table, maybe like a little greeting window, like talk to the ticket booth attendant. I guess I need a doorway for the staff to go through. Trapdoor door. Like this. That's kind of cool. Just have some storage, I guess. Just something simple back here. Maybe some carpet, too. Yeah, there we go. Good little ticket booth area. You know, I pitched this idea to my Discord, and I think I did a YouTube post as well. where I asked people if I should start a second channel in the future, because I did a talking video recently, and I mean, I obviously don't expect them to get the same amount of views as these building videos because they're a lot shorter and just a different audience, but it did so badly. And I just feel like the audience of people that like to watch building videos are like, there's some people that like both, but a lot of people like one or the other. And clearly that's manifesting in the views, where, you know, I can easily get like 50,000 views on a build video, but like 20,000 on a talk. And so what I'm potentially thinking about doing is starting a second channel for the talking videos exclusively, and probably beyond that too as well, like maybe doing like longer guide videos about certain topics that I'm thinking about, or, you know, just something more related to, you know, the self-improvement content that this channel is built upon. So I'm curious what your thoughts are on that, because I'm not 100% sure if that's a good idea. You know, it would split up my time and you know, obviously the audience by having two different channels, but I'm just thinking about it because clearly there's a conflict of content types. And I mean, if I'm being honest, I do really enjoy making the builds, and that would probably remain the focus, but the off chance when I'm in the mood to do a talking video, I don't want to feel like it's just going to do terribly on this channel and mess up the algorithm, or I don't even know how that works, if that's how that works, but, you know, just might be worth considering two channels. But let me know your thoughts on that. I'm kind of feeling like this should be like a covered wool canopy right here. Yeah, looks nice. I like that. I do want to think about the actual structure of the theater, and then this will be like the entrance. Have like a big grandiose doorway. Well, actually, I guess movie theaters, they usually have like a doorway, like a single, you know, little, I mean, scaffolding's not the best block, but like a little doorway right here. You walk down like a long hallway, and then you like turn left or turn right, and then you're in the theater. So maybe this is the doorway right here, and then you come along this hallway, like all the way down here. And then like right here is the doorway. So you come in here, and then there's like a whole row of seating, and the stage is right over there. I think that'll be a good structure for this. Oh, and you know, another thing, just, you know, full transparency about the whole second channel thing. The whole reasoning is that obviously the building videos serve as a way to show you the philosophy, right? Like, I build on the server, and I've got people here with me, and they're interacting, and like it's a great way to show off the server. But I don't have yet a format that I think serves as a great way to promote Flow Group, which is the other community I have. It's more expensive, and it's more about self-improvement. And I just feel like sometimes, you know, I try to do my little 3 to 5 minute talk within a building video if I just have like a thought about something. And that kind of works, and I'm like, oh yeah, if you want to see more, you know, check out Flow Group or whatever. But I don't know, I just feel like sometimes that's not the best way to do things, because when you click on a building video, you're coming to expect building exclusively, and it's like, well, I didn't click on this for a talk about self-improvement, so it's kind of like a unmet expectation. So that's part of also why I'm thinking about doing a second channel where everything is purely about Flow Group, or, you know, self-improvement topics like that, just so that there's not like any dissonance between you clicking on a video and being surprised that I'm talking about something completely unrelated. That's just, you know, the other part of the reasoning. Obviously, I'm trying to promote the server and Flow Group, so I just want to do it in the best way possible, you know? I say, man, this is a cool building. I really like how, same with this thing, how it's raised off the ground. I like how there's there's room for, I don't know, like a marketplace down here. You know, it's like people, they worry so much about their builds looking boring, and it's a lot of the time it's because you're plopping it right on the ground, and you're not giving it any height. Like, height variance is such a good thing with building, you know? I talk a lot about texture and, you know, making sure the floor is all textured or whatever, but having just height really it adds a lot. You can do so much more when everything is on different levels, different Y levels, than everything just being on one flat plane. I'm wondering if there's another block that I could use that's similar to Acacia to sprinkle in texture, because I don't love how every single block is Acacia logs here. Like, that's just too much of a color pop. I mean, that is Acacia plank. Like, is there another log that's kind of similar? Like oak logs, maybe? Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah, actually. just a little bit warmer of a color, more saturation. That's cool. Kind of want there to be another balcony right here. Just a little small balcony. Yeah, just a little something right there. I want to think about the actual theater now. I want to get to this part already. Let me fill in this back wall a bit. I want it to be a pretty tall room, I think. Alright, so there's the done floor, and then obviously movie theaters, by nature of being able to have everyone see the screen or the stage, we have to have this go up, right, with seats, how it kind of climbs. So we can do several rows like this, and you kind of step up one block, you know, because I think the stage is going to be like roughly right here. Like it's not going to be that far up. Yeah, that feels about right. And we can have like a row of seats down here at the bottom. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling like we use a different block though for the seating. It's just too much acacia right now. Maybe I always love doing deep slate. Yeah, see, this is like it's gonna be really tall, so I have to make this room really big because these rows are just going up and up and up, you know? I mean, it'll be fine, but it's just gonna be a really big building, I think. Maybe I'll get some carpet in here just to really emphasize that this is the seating area. Yeah, that looks nice. I feel like we should have like a little door back here as well for, you know how like a lot of movie theaters, they have the glass area up here where like the staff is sitting and if there's like a projector, they're up here. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, this will go somewhere. I don't have to do this right now, but eventually. Alright, that's a cool little seating area. Yeah, you can totally tell it's supposed to be a theater. Now let's do the stage now. So I gotta clear this out a bit. Maybe actually I'll use TNT. Oh, what? Does it have a higher blast resistance? It might. Yeah, that didn't do a whole lot. So the stage should be decently big, but not crazy. Need like a little step up spot. You can walk up on stage. I'm so excited for this deal. I really hope that I can get some people in here. We can have like a little talent show or whatever, or Skyfire can play his harmonica. Actually, just for some contrast, I want sandstone. Okay, so there's a stage. Kind of want the stage to not be totally square. You know what, actually, it would be kind of interesting if I kept some of this terracotta, and it's kind of like the stage is built into the cave, and I leave it here, you know? That would be cool, like an earthy stage, like kind of a natural stage. I like that. It's kind of like, if you've ever been to Red Rocks Amphitheater, I think it's somewhere out in the western part of the United States. It's like a massive amphitheater, but it's a part of rocks and caves, and it just looks so cool. Kind of like that. Alright, so now I think I kind of want to get the shell of the roof on here. Yeah, I want to go for this kind of Parthenon slanted roof again, where it's kind of gradual. It is a big building, man. This is an entertainment complex if I've ever seen one. Alright, there's the roof. Now, one thing I do want to incorporate is some skylights. I think that would look awesome with trapdoors, like how some of these trapdoors have openings in them. It does leave kind of an opening, but in a way it's kind of nice because it's like a hot desert area. You want a lot of ventilation, maybe, so I can get down with that. I also want to get some lining on the outside of it. So how does that look? I mean, it's very airy, open to the air, but I kind of like it. Alright, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. And then, you know, I was saying I want to have the earthy vibe as well in here. So I could also scatter some leaves around, kind of like an oasis. Yeah, there we go. I also was thinking, and this might be a bit of a leap in logic, is to have a tree growing inside of the theater, but obviously I don't want it to block the view of the stage. Maybe I could have it growing like right here. Like this kind of. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna just block the stage though. Like you can't see anything. But also the leaves are just kind of ugly in this biome, so maybe I'll just scrap that idea. I am feeling like there should be a second entrance to the theater, like maybe right here. I actually really like that brick and mud wall, how it indents a bit, because I think a lot of people, they're told to do, you know, they do walls like this, and they say like add depth, so you do one block in, and like that looks good, but I think that's like a little bit too much depth, and I like how the wall is just like a tiny bit of depth. It's like a quarter of a block maybe into the wall, but it just adds a nice little bit of shadow and contrast. Like, I would definitely encourage you to start using walls for your walls, like the actual wall block, because it just adds a nice little indent, doesn't it? But, you know, even so, I do want to still have some depth, so you can still throw in some blocks like this, where it breaks it up a little bit when you look at it from the side. It's not totally flat. So, okay, this is going to be another entrance. I guess maybe it can come back through this way. Now, I was thinking this could be a balcony, you know, open to the air like how I did this thing. But, I don't know, I feel like it makes sense to just keep this as entirely interior. We'll just do like another secondary roof on top of this. I just don't think the outdoor vibe makes sense, because, you know, every time you go to the movie theater and you're walking down the hallway into the theater, it's like all dark and kind of moody, so that's kind of the vibe I'm going for here. Yeah, there we go. I like how that kind of juts out on the side. I'm kind of feeling like, to emphasize the theater vibe, we get candles. Yeah, we can like put them on the stage too. That's gonna be pretty. Oh yeah, this is cozy, man. I like that. Candles really had a lot. Alright, so at this point, that's the theater building. Like, that's pretty much done, as far as I'm aware. That just leaves the shell of the courtyard that I left here. I don't really know what this is going to be, if I'm going to be honest, because I still have to build the pool. I did say that that would be part of the entertainment complex, but I almost thought it would be interesting if we had a suspended pool that was being supported by like a bridge in the middle of this canyon, because this is a really cool canyon. But yeah, I'm just not sure, like maybe the pool could be over here too, or I could have two pools. I could do that. Just wondering, like, what would go in a movie theater? Like an arcade? That could be cool. But it's a western town, so I don't think an arcade really makes sense. Let me just finish the structure. Let's just see what I can do here. Because I'm kind of seeing the roof, like it goes that way, you know, in that direction. But then we have a roof coming this way, in this direction, and then the pool could be right here. Is that too big? I don't want it to be bigger than the movie theater. Let me make it a little bit smaller. And then the lining, I think basalt would be cool. For the lining, the trim around the pool. Let's make the actual trim of the pool sandstone. Or you know what? No, let's do prismarine. I think that would be cool. Or, oh, actually, you know what would be the best is glass. That would be cool. Let's do glass. That way you can like see into it. Alright, there's the shell of the pool. Now we'll just fill it up with water. And then, wait, what? Oh, I thought the water trader got in the pool. That's funny. Oh, bro, what are you doing? Gosh. I gotta try out the facilities. Alright, there we go. All filled in. How does it look from the bottom? I mean, it's a little funny. I won't deny it's a bit of a theme jump between the western and like the modern pool, but I can put a western twist on it. I can make the colors look more earthy. So I want to have this be like a building that's going to sit on top of everything, and it's going to go like over half of the pool, and so that way this part will be out in the sun, and then there's going to be like a structure on top of the pool over here, and it's going to go this entire length of the building. That's my thought process. I was thinking the actual contents of the building could be like a disco dance area, like a club or something. It doesn't make a lot of sense for a western town, but given that this is supposed to be like an entertainment complex, I feel like we gotta have more than just a theater and a pool. I don't know how long this video is gonna end up being. Obviously you're gonna know once I've uploaded it, but I'm hoping this is like at least an hour, because I want this to be like a really sprawling project. So right, then this is gonna be like a balcony situation. I'm trying to figure out where all this is going to connect up, because I still have this ticket booth, and I could make this like a detached building on its own. Alright, well that trim is really low though. I mean, if I get rid of that block, it's just gonna be really low. Maybe I can have it come up at the ticket booth area like that, yeah. Just so it's not so closed in. And then I guess I have to think about how you're gonna get up and down to this part of the building. I guess I could put it right here actually, because there's a little gap that I've been wondering what to do with this spot. I could do that. But I also want to remember that this up here was gonna be the like little projector room. I mean, not really, it's more like a staff room. We can like look into the theater, so I don't want this to be in the way of that. Maybe it could just be like a 4-block wide hallway kind of room, because that way we can have like the staircase right there and then the room is right here, so they're not in the way of each other. Here, maybe this can be accessed by another staircase right here. I mean, well, it's a little bit weird though that you can see though. There's a window right there. I forgot about that. I guess I can get rid of this window, and I can turn this into like a staff room. Yeah, there we go. So we've got a little room in here. I do want to put some villagers in here. Get some... I guess it'll be Doug. That's the name that I chose for this build. Doug villagers. There we go. They're the Dougs. It is a little bit strange though how I've done this staircase. It's like right in the way. Actually, you can't even get up without crouching. Maybe I'll do it like this. That's better. Yeah. Alright, so now this is gonna be the main floor of something massive. This is a pretty long building. I'm wondering if I should leave part of it open like a loft kind of situation, or just cover it completely. I kind of feel like I just want to cover it completely. I guess I could do a glass ceiling, partially, like this. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Just don't party too hard, otherwise the floor might break. Now, I feel like this part makes sense to be somewhat open, so that you could like wave to people down there like, hey dude, you know, from up on this balcony. And you can like look into the pool, or you could like cannonball from the balcony up there. Man, look at that sunrise, man. I never built in the mesa, but it is really beautiful sometimes. Alright, well that took a while, but there's the roof. Wow, really does add a lot of height, doesn't it? I like that. I like how it's going a different direction from the theater, too. Now, I'm feeling like it makes sense to leave this fairly open to the air, like an open air club. That'd be cool, actually. What was that? Did you hear that? Is that a zombie? Oh, what? No, Doug. Oh my god. What are you doing? Yeah, that's right. You burn, you fool. The zombies must have gotten to them. That sucks. I knew I heard a sound. I was like, what is that thud? Oh god. So, I mean, this is kind of like a... I don't even know what to call this. Like a hoedown area, or you do like line dancing or something. I'm not really sure how to decorate this, other than it just being like a hangout spot. I mean, I could do some like tables, maybe, in the corners. That'd be a nice eating spot, wouldn't it? Get a nice view. Look at that. I think a jukebox up here definitely makes sense. I don't know, look in the corners maybe. Oh, we need a disco ball for sure, don't we? We'll get one of those frog lights. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call that a disco ball, but it looks cool, and that's the point, alright? So we got a lighting fixture. I think carpet would definitely look nice in here. And then this is more just like a balcony to hang out, so this shouldn't really be decorated much, other than just having some walls. Alright, well, barring a few other details, like, you know, adding the pool chairs and items or whatever, like, I think that's pretty much the structure of the entertainment area. That's really cool looking, isn't it? I love how the shape came out. It kind of reminds me of like a sawmill almost in Red Dead. It's like a bunch of different buildings going different directions, and it's all layered on top of each other. Like, that's really cool. But I want to turn my attention towards something else now because I've been spending so much time on that. And something that I've really been procrastinating on because it's going to be really difficult is this bridge here, because that's the railway right there. And then that's the actual rail hub. So I need to build a really massive wooden bridge that somehow goes down and curves to the left a little bit. Like, that's a tall order, so I think I just gotta finally do it and start working on this bridge, right? So if I'm gonna build this bridge, I need to really think about the shape, because this is so bizarre how it's gonna go straight out and to the left and down. That's pretty weird. This is probably gonna be one of the hardest bridges I've ever made. So let's just start out, maybe let's start up here. Let's get a good baseline for this. Yeah, it's gonna need to slope a lot more than that, actually. That's way too flat already. How's that looking? That's progress. It's gonna need to curve a lot more, though. I'm not counting at all, just so you know. This is not even remotely precise. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. I guess I can always just adjust the rail when I get there, too. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect from here. Like, you see how that's kind of off like that? I can just make it curve right here. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay, so there's the rail. It's touched down. So, oh my god. This is a massive bridge. This thing is huge. I would have liked if it touched the side, though. Like, where these, little pillars are. But I was thinking it could be cool to build some sort of, like, little structure. Like a little miniature rail station or some sort of structure that's kind of attached. So maybe I'll just build it on top of those pillars and I'll leave this as the actual bridge part. That'll be fine. So I guess I will just match that on this side now. Alright, so there's double thickness now. Obviously, I need to think about how the arch design is going to work, because if you've played Red Dead before, there's like a really massive bridge in the northern part of the map, and it's like a really rickety, super detailed bridge with lots of little fences and support struts. So that's what I'm going for here. Because I want to get some sort of slabs underneath here too, like an under support beam, you know? It's like a second layer underneath this thing. And then we could do like layers of walls that are being supported like this. Well, it doesn't look the best. Well, I can see a future though where this looks good. It's just going to take a while. But that looks pretty messy. Honestly though, it doesn't really matter that some of these walls don't connect, because when you zoom out far enough, like back here, you can't even really tell. Just kind of, you're looking at the general shape, right? You know, I might as well put some rails on top of this thing just to really start seeing it come to life. It's so dumb that powered rails can't go around curves like that. Like, why? What's the logic? I'm just thinking right now of how difficult this would be if you tried to do this in survival, dude. Like, it's part of why, you know, people ask me, you know, why don't you do survival content that much? Or, like, I'd love to see you continue that survival world, but when it comes down to building, it's just so difficult to do, man. Like, I just could never build something like this in survival. Like, I mean, I could, but it would just be so much more cumbersome and difficult, and I just find it so much more freeing when you can fly and look at it from a distance and get a good shape, you know, a gauge of what the shape looks like. Like, you just can't do that in survival, and it just gives me an immense appreciation for people that actually do build in survival, and they do make these massive mega projects, because it's impressive. Alright, there we go, all powered up. Alright, so I guess the next thing, I do want to think about where the arch is going to come into play. I do feel like it's going to be stupid to just have it go straight down the entire way. Like, that's not going to look good, but if you get an arch design, I think that will look nice. I would say this is roughly the center, so let me just throw together an arch design. Because it always starts out gradual in the middle, and then slopes down, right? Really quickly. It's okay. It's really not bad, actually. And we could... see, the thing is, though, if I do an arch on this side, it's just not going to end up anywhere. It's going to come out, like, right here. But then it's going to go straight down into... like, if this pillar was just to the left a little bit, that would be perfect. Or I could... like I said, I could do the structure. You know, we build some sort of structure here. Whatever that ends up being. And then there's like a cross beam underneath the bridge that, you know, connects up somehow. And then it's resting on this. And then this is where the arch can emanate from. That could work. Let's see. I mean, I think this can work somehow. Okay, so there's the second row of planks. So yeah, that's lined up. And I mean, we could just throw in some walls like this so that it's being supported. It does look really disjointed though, doesn't it? I need to find a way to get the walls to line up better, like, you know, just putting in planks like that, honestly. I feel like I need some, like, pretty thick pillars supporting the middle of this. It's kind of hanging out in open space right now. You know what I think would look really good? Let's get some scaffolding. That would really break up some of this texture. It's kind of like it's like birch, you know? Like the birch color kind of makes it pop with color and kind of breaks up that orangey brown color that we've got going on here. Alright, well I feel like at this point that's... it's not done. Obviously it's not done. But that's the bulk of the idea, right? And now I think we can shift towards more of the details and kind of filling out the frame a bit more, but I think that's the idea. So one thing that I was thinking about though is that a lot of bridges, they've got access railways so that you can do maintenance on the tracks, right? Because you don't want to walk on the tracks if someone's coming on the minecart. So we can have like a little balcony situation on either side of the rail, and we'll get some fences or whatever. There's one railing done. That looks nice, yeah. I mean, I honestly prefer this kind of fence when you don't have the diagonal fences mod installed, because like this just looks stupid how it doesn't connect up like that. But down here where you've got like trapdoors and it makes like a little ridge like that, like I like it. Makes a good fence. You should try it out if you've never used trapdoors for a fence design. You know, I guess I could actually just use trapdoors and just go over it like that. I don't have to break them necessarily. I'm telling you, dude, there's always a way around a build problem you have. There's always something you can do to improvise and make it improve. A lot of people, they just kind of give up. They're like, oh, it doesn't look good. I'm not going to be able to make this work. But like, come on, dude. It's probably a way that you can do it and it'll look nice. All right, there's all the railings done. That looks nice. I guess the next thing, I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, like, is that a finished product? I don't know. I mean, you can totally tell it's supposed to be a bridge. I mean, honestly, dude, that looks kind of fire, doesn't it? I actually really like how that came out. I mean, there's probably something else I could do to it, add some more details, nooks and crannies, but I would say for the most part, that's pretty much the bridge. Like, that's what I was going for. And I did talk about adding one more building down here, though, and utilize these little rock spires. I feel like that would be cool. Let's see what I can do here. Not really sure what the utility of this would be, but maybe like a little cargo port thing? I don't know. Or it could be like a water tower, actually. Wait, I could totally do that, because a lot of western towns, they would have a water tower, right? So I feel like if it's a water tower structure, it's going to be kind of square, right? Or you know what? This could even be like a minecart deposit, or like little parking lot. Spare minecarts, maybe. Let me just make some structure before I just keep spitting off ideas. Here, we could leave this like partially open, like there's some damage that needs repairing. Right, so let me have like a rail coming in like this. Not like that. There we go. So it looks like this could be like a rail depot where you turn right and then you come in here. We put some mine carts or something that are like out of commission, maybe. Here, we could just sprinkle some mine carts around. Like they used to be here, but now they're kind of out of commission. This could be like an exposed to the air kind of shed. Like there's like a little basic rickety roof on it. Alright, that's good. I've kind of want to have a villager living here, like an old crotchety old man villager living in like an office, and he like mans the minecart graveyard. Like maybe down here, maybe like a little staircase that goes down here. I'll make him like a little wooden box live in. Let's get him a bed. Can I put this anywhere? All these trapdoors are in the way. There we go. I mean, it's cozy though. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a nice little cozy hovel. Here, let's call him Old Man Jenkins. There we go. Oh, wow. Oh my god. I guess I should have put a little railing. God, I can't believe I got that on camera. Well, you know, he'll find his way back up. God, dude, this is so fast. We had one of our moderators, Colonel, he coded a plugin that doubled minecart speed, so this is not normally how it looks, but golly, that is quick. Alright, well I think that's the bridge at this point. That looks pretty complete to me. So, oh wait, no, there's one more thing. I forgot about the ground down here. I have to hook this up. Here, I guess I could leave some of these patches here to signify that there used to be a track. You know, that'd be cool. Not like completely destroy it. Does that look cool? Yeah, it looks okay. I think I needed to do a little bit more. It looks a little bit too established still. There we go. That looks pretty good. Alright, and then we're just gonna hook this up. Alright, there we go. All hooked up. So, yeah, dude, that's the whole bridge. I think that's pretty much it. So, I guess the last thing to do would be to have our party. So, if you guys haven't seen it yet, this is the rail hub part, right? We've got the Doug's dive bar. We can have a bartender. Sorg can man the stand.
Sorg, if you stay here and be a bartender here, then I expect you not to be at my tavern anymore.
Well, anyways, let's keep going. It's like I'm leading ducks in a row. And the cherry on top of all of this is one of our players, Tangent. He stayed up like 24 hours for this, and he built us a massive painted mountain sign on the mountain. Does that not look awesome? I mean that just shows the community of the flowstate so well. We got some really cool people in here doing stuff like this, and I love to see it. So here we are, the theater. Someone set up a food booth here. Yeah, someone took this over. I'm not sure what it's like a food booth. Anyways, let's go upstairs. This is the dance floor area.
Ooh, dance floor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
This is my attempt at a disco ball. And we've got the diving board, if anyone wants to take a crack at this.
Oh, someone has Frostwalker on.
Alright, and then I guess the last thing is just, let's go into the theater. Here we are, the main event. Take your seats, take your seats.
Alright, I hope everyone is ready. I have had a grand total of like 2 days to practice this, so it might not be amazing.
Yeah, you got it, you got it. Woo! Very nice. Oh, it's this song. Get off the stage.
Fuck, this is hard.
Well, that was chaotic, but that was a lot of fun. So, hope you enjoyed that video. That's about it, and I'll catch you later.